Start. Okay, so hello everyone. This is Shivansh Rastogi from Kite Group of Institution, branch name Computer Science and Engineering with Artificial Intelligence, session 2021-25. Okay, so our topic of discussion of today will be hashing. So now let's move on to the topic. So hashing is a well-known technique to search any particular element among several elements. So hashing is also a type of searching sorting technique which we use to search different elements given from a given set of array, or it minimizes the number of comparisons while performing the search. The number of comparisons are less as compared to the other sorting techniques. So advantages. Now let's move on to the advantages of hashing. Hashing is extremely efficient. It is time efficient. The time taken by it to perform the search does not depend upon the total number of elements. Like the so this means the time complexity is of finding any element in the hashing technique is big O of 1. So that means the time complexity remains constant, that it does not depend upon the total number of elements or the size of the given input. So now so hashing mechanism consists of a hash table. What is hash table? So hash table is actually the collection of data to store items, and second is the hash value. Hash key value is the data. Hash key value defines basically a function through which the values are inserted in the given hash table. So hash value is generated using the hash function. You can see in the diagram, like key is assigned using hash function. So using the hash function, the hash values are inserted inside the hash table. Okay, so now we are moving to the next slide. Hash function. Hash function is here it is explained what is hash function. Hash function is a function that maps any big number or string to a small integer value. Hash function takes the data item as an input and returns a small integer value as an output. The small integer value is called as a hash value. So basically what hash function actually does, it performs the action to minimize the number to a smaller integer, and to convert any big number to a small integer value. Hash value of the data item is then used as an index for storing it into the hash table. So types of hash function. So basically the different types of functions are used, such as mid square hash function, division hash function, and folding hash function, etc. These are the types of hash function which are used to insert to get the hash value. Okay, so other so now next, moving on to the other, next is collision in hashing. So what is collision? Hash function may return the same hash value for two or more keys. So what actually happens, keys means the elements which are to be inserted in the hash table. Sometimes they return the same hash value for the same hash value for the different keys. So in that case we have to insert so in that case, for insertion in the hash table, the technique collision is used. So in collision, when the hash value of a key maps to an already occupied bucket of the hash table, it is called as the collision. Example, now if we use the hash function key mod 7 and to insert the keys like 50 and 85 to the given hash table. So 50 mod 7 gives the value 1. Also the 85 mod 7 also gives the value 1. But now the since the first key was 50, which is actually now matched to the first index of the number. So when the second number 85 was considered for the hash function which was returning 1, so here the position first is already occupied by the number 50. So we use collision resolution techniques. So there are different kinds of collision resolution techniques also. So let's move on to them. So collision resolution techniques are the techniques which are used for resolving or handling the collision. So basically there are two types of collision resolution techniques. First one is separate chaining or open hashing, and whereas second is open addressing or closed hashing. Closed hashing is of three types: linear probing, quadratic probing, double hashing. So basically in this video we will focus on the linear probing. So now let's move on to it. So what is linear probing? It is a scheme in computer programming for resolving collision in hash tables. Suppose a new record R with key is to be added to the memory table T, but the memory location is already filled with the hash address H of K. So H is already filled. So now in this condition, our natural key to resolve the collision is to crossing R to the first available location. We assume that the table with M location is circular, so that Ti comes after Tm. The above collision is called linear probing. Now let's move on to an example. Like here, we have to insert the numbers such as 76, 93, 40, 47, 10, 55 using the hash function key mod 7. So first we have to insert 76, now 70, and and we are given the size of the table as 7. So we have indexes from ranging from 0 to 6, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So first of all, to insert 76, now 76 mod 7, that gives a remainder as 6. So in the sixth position 76 will be entered. So second number is 93, so 93 mod 7 gives 2. So on the second key 93 will be entered. As you can see on the screen, our third number is 40, so 40 mod 7 gives 5. So 5 is inserted at the fifth position. 40 is inserted at the fifth position. On fourth number is 47, 47 mod 7 gives 0. 47 mod 7 gives 5, but the position 5 is already occupied by the number 40. So we move to the next index, and next index is 6. 6 is already filled by the 76. So we move on to the next location, that is 0. So 0 is empty, so we will be putting 47 in the 0th index of the given hash table. So now next number is 10. 10 mod 7 gives 3. We see that the number index 3 is empty, so 3 will be 10 will be inserted at position 3. Or last number for the table is 55. So 55 mod 7 gives 6. Again we see that the sixth position is already occupied by the number 76. We move on to the next position, that is 0th. So also 0th position is already occupied. So we again move to this another index, that is 1. So here we see 1 is empty, so the 55 will be given position 1. So our hashing is complete, and we see that the number of probings for the required as given in the table. So thank you.